TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views and interviews.
Hello, I'm Phil Blizzard in Dubai. TravelWise news, views and interviews. No news this time, but we have an interview special as I speak to people from the travel, tourism and aviation industry. And on this occasion, I have the pleasure of talking to the CEO of the Ras al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority, Raki Phillips.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views and interviews.
Now, my special guest on this occasion is Raki Phillips, who's the CEO of the Ras al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority. Nice to catch up with you once again, Raki. Not face-to-face, but virtually on this occasion. How are you doing?
Good, Phil. It's great to see you as well. I hope you're staying safe and trying to keep yourself busy during this time, but it's great to see you.
You've been very busy yourself, like so many people online. And I'm thinking of last week's Arabian travel market virtual, which was a resounding success considering the short period of time they had to put it together. So with that, what were your key takeaways, do you think, with the people you spoke to during that event?
Do you know, I have to commend them. It's great to see these businesses pivot at a time when you really need to. They were very, very creative. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was able to connect with a lot of my colleagues and friends of mine in the industry that maybe I didn't get a chance in the last couple of months to pick up the phone and call. So it was great to see them virtually. It's great to talk about the industry. ATM, I've been coming to ATM for close to 15 years, believe it or not.
Okay.
And it's been such a staple of my year and my entire career working in the Middle East. So I'm glad that I got a small taste of it, and I think they did a fabulous job.
Well, it was a fabulous event, some good sessions there, and a little bit of optimism I felt in terms of a lot of the people in the industry. We're going to talk about
the timing at the moment. Yeah, but I was just going to say, I think the timing of it was good. The fact that it did happen in June,
sure.
Where there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and I think that's definitely helped.
Yeah, we want to look at the hotels in Ras al Khaimah. They've opened up with measures in place. How you perceive things in the future as we evolve, the tourism industry evolves. And also you got some exciting news just announced this very week regarding shortcations in Ras al Khaimah. So some great initiatives there. We'll keep that towards the end. We want people to stay for the entire interview. So you've had a good response so far. The hotels have had a good response in Ras al Khaimah with people coming up from the cities. So obviously it's local travel at the moment. So what's your view on how it's gone so far?
I think it's been really good. I mean, understandably, we wanted to focus on the recovery. We had put a really significant plan in place as soon as the COVID-19 crisis hit our industry. The first part of it was a stimulus package that we put into place that was really focused on ensuring that the businesses in Ras al Khaimah that are focused on tourism have the cash flow to survive, they take care of their employees, and they're part of the recovery process for us. So I'm glad that we were able to put a stimulus package early in April together that helped the hotels be able to do that. And we always knew that travel was going to come domestically. Obviously international is going to take a little bit of time. And we're blessed in Ras al Khaimah. Phil, you live in our beautiful emirate. It's, we're lucky our resorts have sprawling spaces. So it gives you a lot of opportunity you're not confined. It's the nature emirate. And I think that for people that were in quarantine for the last few months, in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi and the other Emirates, we're so excited to drive out, spend time alone, spend time with their friends and family, and be able to enjoy it. And we wanted to make sure that the hotels put all of the measures in place for safety and security.
Well, as you mentioned there, a couple of key aspects regarding the resorts in Ras al Khaimah. You've got the large expanse of beaches, and also with quite a few of the resorts, large gardens, which help with these measures. And also there's quite a few with private villas, which are very popular when it's a small family gathering. So I guess that's been a key thing. For those people who want to, those who have had enough of cabin fever, and it's a short drive from Dubai and Abu Dhabi, it's less than 2 hours really to get to the Emirate of Ras al Khaimah. So
and the villa. I mean, you touched perfectly on the villa product, because those continue to be extremely popular. The two Ritz-Carltons that we have, the Ritz-Carlton Al Wadi and the Ritz-Carlton Al Hamra, the Hilton Resort that has a beautiful villa product. And as you said, for people that were looking for a little social distancing, they can rent a villa with their family. You've got your own pool. The beaches that we have are wide open, and those were perfect for people looking to escape.
And going back to one of the things you mentioned was the support for the industry. Has that come from two levels? Is it the level of the Ras al Khaimah government and also the federal government?
Correct. So initially, when things hit, we had a meeting with the Minister of Economy. As you know, in the UAE, we don't have a Ministry of Tourism. So all the tourism boards liaison goes through the Ministry of Economy. So we met with the Minister of Economy. Tourism is a huge contributor to the GDP of the UAE. It's over 12%. And considering that the UAE is an oil-rich country, that plays a significant role. You have 750,000 employees that are employed in this sector. So it's very important for us to work with the federal government in putting initiatives together that would save this industry significantly. So we were able to work on different initiatives through the Ministry of Economy. As well as internally from the emirate of Ras al Khaimah, we put some great measures together that really were successful in helping the industry continue during these hard times.
So how will that support continue? If you look at it from a hotel property perspective, and they've got restrictions, 30% in terms of the number of guests arriving, is that really sustainable, or are they going to need this support for quite some time?
They will definitely need the support, but I think what we're doing is the guidelines that we put into place for the hotels are guidelines that are continuously changing. So initially, we had restrictions on the type of occupancies, on how many rooms you can sell, the capacities. But as things open up and we understand things better and people get used to the new reality, we're easing those restrictions up as long as safety measures are strictly complied.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.
So a little bit there on the economics and the support the industry is getting. But now moving on, as you say, opening up. We've spoken about the hotels briefly. But of course, one of your key attractions is your highest mountain of the UAE, Jebel Jais, and that has opened up. So what can visitors expect at the moment if they're going to Jebel Jais?
Well, the mountain has opened up. The Jais Adventure Peak, which is the home to the longest zip line in the world, has really heightened their hygiene measures. So what we're looking for guests to do is you have to book attractions ahead of time. The maximum operational capacity is at 30% currently. We're running it from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Wednesday to Sunday. Face masks have to be worn. We're checking everyone's temperature, regular sanitization. And obviously, I don't think there's a better attraction for social distancing anywhere else than being on that zip line.
I saw a message from a friend in Dubai the other day, and they went up to Jebel Jais for a breakfast picnic in order to get there. But it was quite a bit cooler, of course, than the city and also the coastline. So,
Definitely.
A breakfast picnic sounded ideal. So what can we expect in Ras al Khaimah in terms of other things opening up and coming on stream for visitors and guests to the Emirate?
Well, I mean, the hotels have gone through a very, very strict health and safety measures. So we launched our Stay Safe Hotel certification, and we did it in partnership with our Public Services Department, but also we amplified it by doing a global partnership with Bureau Veritas for us to be the first Bureau Veritas verified destination globally. What they do is it's a company that Accor has worked with, many other global brands, and they've been in the industry for over 200 years. But they help mitigate the risk, they promote transparency, they do their audits for every single one of the hotels to make sure that we are compliant.
That's very key to get that message out to guests and future guests. That has been put in place and it's being verified as a gravitas to it.
It really has been. And we worked very closely with the hotels because, Phil, social distancing is not in our DNA. We don't have an SOP that says, please stay 2 meters away from a guest. We're a very friendly industry. So to really retrain those people with stuff, you're gonna check into a hotel and see, a lot of our colleagues wearing masks. There'll be a smile behind that mask, but it's that sanitization. We also looked with a lot of the brands that we have. Hilton, for example, was great at sitting down with us, putting the guidelines together. They don't serve menus. Everything's electronically now. We're not offering buffets currently, so things
I
are.
was just going to ask you about that. Yeah, what's the future of buffets? Maybe bye-bye.
Well, I think this is where creativity comes on board. This is where you look at doing things a little bit different.
Yeah.
And
there could be ways of doing it.
Yeah, and Ras al Khaimah is a great place to be able to test that. We're a developing emirate, we're a smaller community, and we're able to adjust and be agile much faster than other places.
I'm smiling to myself because you mentioned about the smile behind the face mask. We're seeing all sorts of face masks in sort of artistic designs. Someone needs to come up with a transparent one, which is effective in doing the job, so we can see that smile.
That's true.
On the front desk,
Yeah.
Ras al Khaimah logo at the bottom or something. RAKTDA logo.
Trust me, I've got right now in my inbox probably 20 different designs that we're considering. But I hope to God that we can get a vaccine soon enough so that this no longer is an issue.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.
Right, let's move on to the announcement of your new promotion, which is going to go through to the end of August, so quite a few months, the Shortcation. So what is the concept of this?
So you've heard of staycation. I think everyone's had it. It's been overused. I wanted to come up with a new word and call it Shortcation. And really, the reason we came up with it is the short distance that we are from the rest of the Emirates. I mean, from Dubai, as you said, from Dubai International Airport, it's a 45-minute drive. We're so conveniently available, really, to anywhere in the UAE. And the idea was, people are trying to escape their homes. They want to come and relax. You get 3 nights. You book 3 nights at any of our participating hotels, and you get a bunch of great prizes. So 2 complimentary passes to either the Jebel Jais Adventure Peak or the Suwaidi Pearl Farm. Your kids under 12 get to go for free, and they get to eat for free at the hotel, which is a really cool experience. And on top of that, you're part of the grand summer raffle prize. So as soon as
give away the prize just yet. Don't give away that prize just yet. Pretty impressive. So I want to find out which hotels are taking part in the Shortcation.
Yeah, so all of the 4 and 5 star hotels, as well as some of the 3-star hotels, we've given the hotels the option to opt in. Part of it is how they market it, obviously on their social media channels. They have to create a package on their website. But most of the hotels in Ras al Khaimah have jumped on the opportunity because it's a great campaign, fully funded by us. To make sure that we market it. And Phil, this week as we launch it, and you are the first person I'm speaking to about this, but you're gonna hear it on radio. You're gonna see it digitally, social media. We've got billboard campaigns. I mean, we fully promoted this all over.
Yeah, right. Good stuff. So nice to have the first word on that in many ways. So I'm just looking at the press release on my other computer here, and it is pretty impressive. And that grand summer raffle. So tell us about that. It's a rather appealing. The prize is very appealing, I must say.
It is absolutely. We wanted to go out with a big bang. We wanted to let people know that we're ready to welcome customers safely and securely into Ras al Khaimah. So what we're doing is you check in, you book your Shortcation package, you get a raffle ticket, you enter that raffle ticket for a draw. Now we will be doing weekly draws, and those weekly draws are for different prizes, including vacation stays and numerous other things. But then what we're doing is we're going to do a grand prize at the end when this campaign's over, and you get the opportunity to win a 2020 C-Class Mercedes-Benz. Brand spanking new, beautiful. Nice. It is in partnership with Mercedes-Benz and Gargash Motors, and we're very excited to be able to have that. So Phil, when are you going to spend your 3 nights and be eligible for that win?
I'm just working out which one I'm going to go to. Yeah,
there you go.
Well, we got until the end of August, so fairly soon perhaps. Good stuff. So to finish off, the big question really: how do you see tourism evolving, and in particular tourism in Ras al Khaimah?
I think we're very lucky because I think we're going to come out of things much faster. We're blessed because of the destination, because of the space that we have. Yeah. We are working very closely with the World Travel and Tourism Corporation, WTTC. World Travel and Tourism Council, WTTC, with their safe travel protocols. working very closely with the World Health Organization and the Center for Disease Control.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, I am very optimistic about the future. I think this has really opened our eyes, and it's been very difficult on the entire industry and globally.
Sure.
But I do believe that we will come back strong. We will come back with a lot more creativity. And we're in really, really advanced talks now to do bilateral agreements to create fit-to-fly travel corridors between us and other countries and other destinations that we're working with. But I'm optimistic.
UAE, of course, is in a very strong position for that to be initiated.
Absolutely, and we're very blessed in the UAE. You know, I think we're top 3, if I'm mistaken, globally in testing. You know, the survival rate is one of the highest. We've had, you know, very, very few deaths. But we're blessed. I mean, honestly, if there was anywhere else in the world, this is exactly where I'd want to be. It's one of the safest places globally to be in during a pandemic like this. And the government has done a phenomenal job. The fact that, if I'm not mistaken, is that over 2 million people, 2.5 million people have already been tested out of a population of 9 million. You know, I mean, it's
fantastic.
It's phenomenal. All of our employees.
One of the highest rates of testing. Yeah,
we are one of the highest rates of testing globally. All of our hospitality employees in the hotels have all been tested. So it's very promising, and we look forward to continued success and welcoming guests from all over.
Yes, absolutely. Well, great talking to you, Raki, and good luck with the promotion. I'm sure it's going to be a massive success. The Shortcation, you were. We've had vacation, we've had staycation. So Shortcation is going to be the phrase for the latter part of 2020 here in the UAE, even if it's not used a lot elsewhere. Hope you got a copyright on it.
Shortcation.ae.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Raki, thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Thanks, Phil. Always a pleasure to see you, and hopefully we can see each other in the real world.
Yeah, down at Marshall Island, your headquarters.
I look forward to it.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.
I had a great pleasure talking to Raki Phillips, the CEO of RAKTDA, the Ras al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority. And in our next interview special on TravelWise, I will be talking to the CEO and President of the Rotana Hotels, Guy Hutchinson. TravelWise is a Phil Blizzard radio production. Email me at philblizzardmedia@gmail.com.
A Phil Blizzard radio production. TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.